All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
Yeah, here we are, everybody. It is the Touchdown Crew. We are live October the 1st, 2023. Man, the year is already moving way too quickly. You can go ahead and reach us on the Skype line, 813-699-5353. We are live on ASAP Network on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Itch, Bitch, whatever. I mean, we got it all going on here. And just go ahead and follow us on the ASAP Network right here on the Touchdown Crew. You can also follow us on Facebook directly. It's facebook.com/the.touchdown.crew. And you can just go ahead and follow us directly. Email us right there on Facebook as well. Got Mike B in the house. Mike B, the coach, Coach Mike, the handsomest man on the Touchdown Crew. What's going on, sir? How you doing?
Man, everything's moving and shaking. Everything good. How about yourself?
Moving and shake. Well, listen, it's a big day because my team has to go up against a good friend of mine who is a Cowboy fan, and it's a big day. It's a big day, and already he's already going ahead and hey, go Cowboys! Let's punch them Pats today. And it's like he's our number one fan and all, but my God, man, you just cooled off a little bit here. We're supposed to be friendly here, but it's all good. It's all good. Week 4, again, a lot of surprise teams. Only got one win. Some of them no wins. We got a game going on right now in London. If you have ESPN Plus, you're watching it. If you have Disney Plus, you're watching the Toy Story version of this. Mike, I got to ask you, and this is like beyond NFL news, how do you feel about this stuff? Like Nickelodeon doing Slime Time for like the Super Bowl. They got that going on this year. And then you got this thing where you got Toy Story avatars mimicking the game as it goes on. What's your thoughts on this? Is this crazy or is this kind of cool?
No, I really now that you said the Avatar thing, I'm about to actually turn that one on just to look at it.
Hey, you're right.
I'm serious. Like, but I mean, what it does is it gets the younger crowd involved because parents are taking kids away from football at that 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old, and they're not watching it like kids used to at 10, 11. They don't have that interest in kids. They may know about one player, but
yeah, I got you, John. Hang on a second.
If that player is not on within that region, they don't care about nothing. But
yep,
as a 10-year-old with that avatar, like I said, I'm about to look at it real quick. It might be something you're interested in.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling up. I got ESPN. I'm actually watching the real game. But no, here, check this shit out. This is what they got going on. They got the Avatar thing going on.
Live with it. No.
Live. Well, it's a little bit of a delay because they have to,
of course.
They have to mimic
animate
a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's like you got
and then it gives you it gives you that look of the video game that they play too. So
yeah,
it's something they would be interested in. That's
like
not bad.
Watching Madden.
Exactly.
That is actually kind of cool. That's kind of cool how they got that. I got that on my phone. I'm watching the ESPN broadcast up there. Oh my God. they got the Etch-a-Sketch and all the guys cheering on the sidelines. Like it's in Andy's room.
Look at the angle. The angle is crazy.
That's nuts. If they could do that for the Super Bowl, that'd be great. John, what's going on, man? I know you're calling to go ahead and rah your Cowboys. What's going on? What? Oh, okay. course you are.
Does Andy ever get to come in the room while they playing?
All right. All right, John. I appreciate it, but you know what? Listen, if Arizona can punish you, I think the Patriots gonna murder you. I'm just saying that defense, man, I think is way better than Arizona. All right, we'll see, man. All right. 4 o'clock today, man. 4 o'clock. All right, take care. All right, we're starting the actual show because this is really cool with the Toy Story version of Sunday Morning Football. And no, I don't think Andy comes in the room, because if Andy comes in the room, they all have to freeze. Maybe
I'm saying during a commercial or something.
Maybe that's the halftime show. As Andy comes in the room and he plays with Woody or something. I don't know, but oh, this is. They got the Army people going there as first down. That is crazy. You know what? I got to tell my wife about this. I really got to tell her. This is cool. Now, the fact that they can make this stuff happen is amazing. It's really amazing how they can make this stuff happen. And, Disney, of course, owning ESPN, which I don't know how long they're going to do that for. They're looking to sell them off. But that's really kind of cool how they actually are doing this. They must have spent a boatload of money to make this happen, though. All the actual real-life avatars and stuff like that. That's just nuts. But, yeah, definitely. If you got kids, take a look at that. That's going to get them into football, and it's kind of a fun way to do it. I mean, it's entertaining to a 45-year-old. Let's put it that way. It's got to be entertaining to your 5 or 10-year-old. So definitely go ahead and do that. Anyway, big week of games going on. We got one going on right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars are up 7-0 thanks to a 30-yard touchdown from going to Calvin Ridley from the other guy. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot his name. Trevor Lawrence. Jeez, I'm over here stuck on Disney right now. Trevor Lawrence to Calvin Ridley, 30 yards. Scramble job. I mean, the offensive line is really shaky for Jacksonville. It's actually the offenses on both sides not really getting a whole lot done. I don't know if it's the London Air or what's going on, but
time change is crazy.
Yeah, the time change
even
definitely
if you take a week
is nuts. Yeah. I mean, even if you think about it, though, they're starting at 9:30 in the morning Eastern time. They usually play at 1 o'clock. So you're looking at a thing of 3 hours. It doesn't sound as bad, but Coach, when you go ahead and adjust your time, if you're playing 3 hours earlier, and this is it's pretty much in comparison to the Patriots, who start usually at 1 o'clock when they play home games. Now they're starting at 4 o'clock. They're playing later, or vice versa. If you're on the West Coast, you're going to go to an East Coast team. They're going to start at 1. What is the difference? How do you mentally prepare yourself for that?
But the thing is, what time is it there right now?
Oh, it's like, that's a good question. I think they're like 6 hours in there.
Right. So not necessarily the time you start, but that jet lag. And even with a week, you're trying to adjust to the jet lag. And while you're trying to adjust, you're still beating your body up and practicing. So It's not necessarily the 3 hour start difference. It's the jet lag of going over there for, you leave.
The travel time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So, yeah, right now it's 3:09 p.m. So they started at 2:30 p.m. London time.
Right.
Which is, again, you got the jet lag going on there, so I get it. So it's probably going to take a toll on people, but still, you should be, week 4 right now, you should have a mental idea of how this offense is supposed to go. And wouldn't this be considered like a Thursday night type of preparation where, hey, we're going to go ahead and do a simplified playbook because one of these days is just going to be travel. We're going to have to travel over the Atlantic, and that's going to be just one of those days that we're just going to take off. So it's like the time that you have preparing for between a Sunday game and a Thursday game, one perspective.
When it comes to scheduling, yes. When it comes to scheduling, you gotta take a day for travel. You gotta dictate I mean, like, I don't care what to say. You're trying to slowly adjust the time frame of moving you from, let's say, our practice schedule is,
Okay.
let's say we leave early on Monday and we
Yep.
get there late on Monday. So like you said, we wasted all of Monday. So now we got to adjust. So I got some people who just can't sleep that night, and now they trying to get up on time, and now they're trying to get mentally ready and focused. But we haven't even hit the field yet. We just trying to get the install of watching film and doing things like that. So I'm
Right.
trying to keep you mentally focused on that part. Oh, there goes Tuesday. Here go Wednesday. Here go Thursday. You finally getting comfortable, but you got to go back and review what you installed to make sure you determine it. So, but you're a professional. You're supposed to be able to handle it. But these are the things that a lot of people overlook when they come to it. But definitely, you have to work like a short week, so you're cramming in more in fewer days to prepare. And by the time you blink, yes, it's 2:30 there, but your body's still saying it's 9:30.
Right.
Your
Right.
body's saying it's 9:30. And you talking about 9:30, you want me to get up, be ready, not get up and be ready by 9:30. You want me to start banging at 9:30. You want me to
From
physically be hitting somebody at 9:30 in the morning.
from a coach's perspective, is it better to just listen? I have a London game. I just got done playing a Sunday afternoon game. I have a London game. Are we traveling Monday and just practicing over there in London the rest of the week to get adjusted, or are we making the trip right before? Well, probably making the trip Friday and then resting up Saturday and playing Sunday.
Oh no, you're not doing that. I'm me as a coach, I'm saying, hey, we going to London next week, fellas. So hey, tell your kids and families and whoever's going after the game on Sunday, we making 2 trips. If we not home the week before it, we better be home the week before it.
Hmm.
That way we can leave from, what I'm saying, if we're in Atlanta the previous week, after the game on Sunday, we're getting on the road, like we're getting on a flight like we're going home,
Right.
which is now London. We're going home after the game, and then straight to London. That's how I would handle it. And that
Okay.
gives me my Sunday flight time. That's the day I lose, which is Sunday, which I would have lost anyway. And Monday we back to normal. And
Okay.
the only thing that affects us is the time that affects us instead of losing the whole day.
Right. Right. All right. So yeah, so you folks are watching over there in London, which I don't know if we have any listeners there in London, but anyway, folks watching in London expecting like, oh, he's going to be high-powered offensive. Well, they're making that travel, and I think that's one of the reasons why the NFL hasn't expanded over there because of this type of situation where number one, you're only going to get one, maybe two teams out there. So do you realize how much of a home field? Or actually, I take that back if you have two teams out there in London, you realize they're going to be in the States half the time. You realize the
Yeah,
travel of
huh?
that? I think that's the reason why. I think that's really one of the main reasons why they haven't expanded
It'll
over
never
there.
happen.
Yeah,
It'll
it's not
never
going to
happen.
happen. We'll see a Mexico City or a Toronto team before we see
Yeah.
anything overseas.
Because
That's the
you
fact.
just have, what's that? Eight games, 9 games back over here.
Yep.
That's pointless.
It's a lot. It's they're already working at a disadvantage. They're already doing it. They're already doing it. Well, let's focus on the games that are here. We got a few injury updates. Quarterbacks. Derek Carr for the Saints is expected to play against the Bucks today. Deshaun Watson, he is considered a game time decision, but the brain trust there expects the Browns quarterback to play. Jimmy Garoppolo is out. He will not play. And we have some other guy coming in for the Raiders, which I think that's just big trouble right there. Devontae Adams already expresses his frustration over there. Same thing with Chandler Jones. Let's focus on the silver and black over there. Is Josh McDaniels on the hot seat? Do you see him lasting the season?
He's gonna finish the season, but the seat is burning up. I don't. One, you wasn't able to get a solid quarterback to replace Carr. You're not getting the targets I think like you really want to Devontae Adams. You had your issue with your running back. I know that wasn't his fault, but you had your issue with the running back. You got your issue with your D line. getting arrested and you released him. You do still have a high quality D lineman, but it's like, how happy is he and he willing to stay? So I think he's definitely in the hot seat. I think,
Not
and
looking good.
it's not at all for him.
Okay.
I thought they had better hopes, better opportunities to make some things happen, and they're just not doing it. The games you should have won this year, you didn't.
Is Josh McDaniels head coach material? I mean, let's put it this way: he's had his opportunity in Denver. He's had an opportunity with a good team in Vegas. He did. Let's be real. That team has talent. Running back, receiver. You had a decent defense. You come into that and you look like trash. Is Josh McDaniels head coaching material, or are we just all like saying, I think he needs to go back to New England or just focus on your offense? Because he's a pretty decent OC, but I don't think he's a head coach.
Well, you got a lot of coaches like that who get the opportunity because of where they came from. I mean, for instance, we can talk about the Bill Walsh tree, which is phenomenal, but look at Belichick's tree. How successful have they been?
Well, yeah, you take Tom Brady out of the mix. You're right. I'm not. Listen, and this is coming from somebody.
It's not a shot at you. I'm just asking a serious question.
I get it. Because if you take a look at it, what did Brady really work with? All right, you had Randy Moss for a couple of seasons. Okay, I get it. You had but other than that, you took a bunch of cast-offs, people who nobody else wanted, and Tom Brady made that team. Now you're expecting a guy from Alabama quarterbacks from Alabama, except for Tua. But again, Tua, look at the weapons he has. But I'm just take a look at the weapons the Patriots have. They're basically playing the same thing. It's like, we're just going to take some cast-offs, and maybe sprinkle in some people with above average talent, and we're expecting. There's no wide receiver one. There's, you got maybe tight end 1 and 2. That's good, but tight ends aren't going to stretch the field. They're not going to stretch the field. They're not going to go ahead. They may open up the running game, but you cannot in this game go ahead and take a Mac Jones and expect him to do what Tom Brady did, because Tom Brady made everybody better. Everybody. You took Wes Welker. Who? Wes Welker. Oh, okay. That guy that shined in New England. He only played with No, he played with Miami. He played with. How good was he when he left New England? How good was he before? Nobody heard of him. Julian Edelman. He's a freaking quarterback. You take him in the 5th or 6th round, 7th round. You don't expect anything from him, and he ends up being an MVP of one of your Super Bowl wins. Nobody hears about these things, but Brady makes it better. It's just a simple fact. You gotta have Tyreek Hills, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins. You cannot win with Mac Jones and not having those echelon receivers next to you. It's just not going to happen. You may pull off victories, but your offense is going to be dink and dunk. And if that's the way Belichick wants to do it, it's not going to work, because that's easy to cover.
But he's been that way forever. But the thing with the Raiders is that, and I'm not just saying him, I'm saying a lot of the Belichick tree of coaches, they are used to not having to manage the team. Belichick owned the team. He ran the team. And he created a vibe, a sense, a mentality with that program where the coaches just had to buy into it. Now you step into the leadership role. If you're not able to manage 53 grown men and get them to buy into what you're trying to do, you will not be successful.
But see, that's the thing. I think Belichick can allow people to buy in and get those people to buy into what he's selling.
No. Belichick does. Okay. I'm talking about his tree of coaches that left and became head coaches. How many of them have been successful because they couldn't get that same effect?
Mike Vrabel. I think he's been the most successful out of it.
Correct.
And he's taken a mediocre quarterback with a mediocre team, but you got a bulldozer of Derrick Henry. But
And a solid defense.
He's been the only one out of the tree of assistant coaches that has come out of New England and actually made it in that realm.
And he's the one that nobody thought. He's the one nobody thought would.
Charlie Weiss, Romeo Crennel. You had a couple of other ones that have tried it, and it's like they've all tried and failed. They're back to doing coordinator positions, which is what made them great, or going off to college into some great universities where it's not even a competition anymore. So, but the situation in Vegas is very dire. You got players out there saying, "I don't want to play here anymore. I'd rather go ahead and get penalized. I'd rather go ahead and lose my pay to not play for Josh McDaniels." That's saying something. That's bad, man. When you go ahead and you have players counting you like that out, that's just horrible. I mean, I can't imagine Josh McDaniels, how he feels. It's like, I know he wants to be a head coach. I know that's every coordinator's dream is to be a head coach, but it's like it's not working over there. And now you have this Aiden Hutchinson, Aiden O'Donnell. I'm not sure what this guy is. He's going to be your backup to Jimmy?
Jimmy not playing today.
Jimmy's not playing. Yeah, Jimmy's not playing. So you got Aiden O'Connell. Yes. Aiden O'Connell. They have Brian Hoyer over there. Of course, McDaniels is going to take, hey, I'll take another Patriot over here. Brian Hoyer, I think, would be a better option, but Aiden O'Connell apparently he's been named the starter today.
He's the starter, yeah.
He's the starter. So I don't know. This is going to be interesting of what's happening because again, the Raiders. Get out of here. Sorry about that. Raiders, obviously, they're in trouble. They're in trouble not only internally but externally, and then I feel bad for Josh. I really do, but I think ultimately, I don't think he's the right guy for a head coaching spot. I just don't. I don't see it. So, Raiders coming in today. I'm actually pulling up anything. By the way, 11:57 left to go. Jaguars scored an extra a field goal. They're up 10-0 on Atlanta. And I think this is finally, Jacksonville's starting to move the ball a little bit, so that's good. But it still looks sloppy over there. By the way, the Raiders are playing the Chargers at 4:00 Eastern time in LA. Both teams 1 and 2, both teams in the West. It's a division game. So the Chargers, they're going to be amped up. Raiders should be amped up, but again, you got this guy on the sidelines who everybody hates. So it's like, I don't know how amped up they're going to be. But Aiden O'Connell is going to be starting for the Raiders. Definitely, if you got Jimmy Garoppolo on your fantasy team, which I doubt you do, but if you do, I really hope you have a better QB2 going into this week. The Ravens and Browns, both teams got their issues. They're both 2-1 though, so that's good. I mean, you got to fight for the AFC North coming up this week. Again, Browns are hopeful Deshaun Watson's going to play. That's what they're hoping, and you're at home against the Ravens. Ravens haven't looked great, but the Cleveland defense has looked amazing.
Yes.
Do you see them holding the big guy, the Lamar Jackson, down and keeping the Ravens off the field a lot?
I really don't think it's going to be much of the defense. I think it's going to be what type of run game the Browns bring and what if Watson plays. That I wish I could wait to make that pick later, but that's going to be the determining fact. No, I'm saying that would be the determining fact. Like, ooh, Watson starting, I'm going to take the Browns. He not starting, I'm going to take the. So that would be the determining factor. Watson starting, I don't know what I know they gave Kareem Hunt a nice amount of touches last week, so he was in shape to carry a decent amount of touches. I don't think he's going to be on a snap count this week. and I think he's going to get a lot more carries.
I think Kareem Hunt is going to be Joan back, and again, he knows this offense already, so it's not going to take him long to go ahead and learn everything else. So I think Kareem Hunt is definitely going to be a nice substitute for Nick Chubb for the rest of the year, and we just hope that Chubb gets back, next year, and he heals up nicely. So prayers out to him. But yeah, AFC North division rivalry, that's going to be good. Up there, we also have another division rivalry too: the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Miami coming off a 70 burger. Coach, you're Sean Payton. You're trying to go ahead and get back into the NFL, and you get 70 points put up on your team. Are you on suicide watch?
If you'd have asked me before I saw, because we was out the other night and the game was on, and I was watching it, I was like, man, you talk about everything went wrong.
Everything.
I mean,
you couldn't stop them. It was like watching the Bills Patriots, and the Patriots couldn't stop Buffalo, but Buffalo didn't put up a 70 burger.
But when I say not only on the defensive side, I'm talking on the offensive side. Ooh, nice catch, nice place, fumble. Oh, bad snap. Oh, interception. Oh, sack. Kick return, nice one, fumble. Oh man, he shook him. He got him. He still punched it out, came back. It was just like every time you looked up, it was a turnover. It was a interception. It was a kick return. It was a pick six for a touchdown. It was offense just scoring at will. Missed assignment on defense. It was like everything that could have went wrong.
I know, man.
So like this, I mean, it was. You can't say it wasn't a dominant victory. So it wasn't like you was a 70-point favorite. You wasn't a 35-point favorite,
right?
But I was looking at the game, and it was like every time you blinked, something happened to Denver, and it was just like, man. But I think Sean, I'm telling you, I don't care who they playing. I'm picking Denver this week. They gonna bounce back in because they pissed.
They better be. And you know what? They are playing the perfect team this week. They're playing Chicago.
Oh.
If there's anybody that deserves a 70 burger put up on them, I don't think they're going to do it. But I'm just saying, I think it's going to be a nice, I'd say 38 to
it's a bounce back
7.
game.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to kick some ass. They are playing in Chicago, so it is a road game. So they're not going to have.
It don't matter. They could have paid outside in the dirt. They coming with vengeance.
And the thing is, both teams are 0-3, so this is considered like a toilet bowl game right now.
Yeah.
But it's Sean Payton. I mean, in the mindset of a coach, you're Sean Payton. You had all these expectations on just reviving the Broncos, reviving Russell Wilson's career. It hasn't happened, and you're 3 games in. Are you reeling right now, or you're saying, hey, this is a work in progress. I'm putting all my stuff in there. It's going to take some time to gel. Yes, that 70 burger we got, man, that did not feel good at all, but we're going to come back, and we're just going to kick ass now. How are you taking it? Are you taking that victory? Are you taking that loss really to heart, or are you just saying it's one game? Let's move on.
No, you gonna remember the game forever. But you take that game now. If this was his second year, and that happened, the seat would be on flames right now. I'd be like, man, what are you doing? First year, you're trying to get the team to gel. I don't care if you went through the all season or not. You're still trying to get used with everything. They're still getting used to playing for you. You early in the season, so it's nothing to worry about. You're gonna focus on it for 2 days. I really say 24 hours, and you got to move on. But you've talked to the team like, hey, we got to bounce back. We gonna manhandle this. We gonna lock in. We gonna get all our key factors. We gonna go through whatever we need to, drills to make sure we don't fumble the ball. We gonna watch film and see who went out of their assignments. We gonna determine why you was out of assignment. Why wasn't you in your alley on kick return? Why did you miss this block? We're going to discuss everything, and we're going to pinpoint every situation that happened, and we're going to make sure we fix it. So I'm guaranteeing this week for them was a very focused, locked in on key elements of that game and why it happened. So they're going to bounce back. It's 17-point victory at minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum 17-point victory.
It's not even like it was their offense that was really struggling. I mean, Russell threw for over 300 yards. He didn't throw for many. He only threw for one touchdown, but he threw for over 300 yards. He actually had a decent quarterback rating. The running game was iffy, but you take a look at it, it's not like the offense was really struggling. They put up 20, but it's just like
how many turnovers?
Well, one interception for Russell, and there were 2 fumbles, both by Sutton. So three turnovers.
And then if we go back, I think they returned a kickoff, a punt. I think it was a punt they returned.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. So it was just there. You know, when you got your other element, I think they scored on one of those fumbles. I know they didn't score on Sutton's punch out, but I think they scored on the fumble. So when the defense scores, special teams score, and offense is kicking, and while you on the field after 3 turnovers, the defense becomes tired, and now you're susceptible to, everything. And they was just running the ball. I mean, little runs, missed tackles, step in the wrong gap.
You took Mostert, who touched the ball 13 times running, 3 touchdowns on his end, had 82 total yards. But who the hell is this Anichi? Who is he? 203 yards, 2 touchdowns. And of course, you had Tyreek Hill, his $157, which is, that's Tyreek Hill. It's just that there was a complete mental breakdown on the entire Denver defense. It's whoa, Tyreek Hill, he can actually make plays? Oh, we didn't think of this. I wouldn't have expected this Amici guy to come in and run 200 on him. That's unexpected. But, you're expected Tua to throw 300 yards, throwing half of that to it. Jacksonville is just about ready to score a touchdown. They're going up 16-0 right now. Wow. So that was a nice play there. I was just catching it till yelling there. So Jacksonville, with 4:31 to go in the second quarter, just scores a touchdown. They're up 16-0, extra point to come. Let me see what happened there. I think it was a pick 6.
Yeah,
it wasn't an offense. It was a pick 6. Desmond Ridder throws his second interception of his career. Wow. Sorry, extra point up there. It is up. It is good. 17-0. Jacksonville right now over Atlanta. We're still in the second quarter. Just under 5 minutes to play till halftime. If you're not watching it, it is on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. If you want to see the cool avatars, go ahead and check that out. Miami's 70-point victory. Do we see Miami now as does this slingshot them into definite Super Bowl material? Do you think, right now they're playing Buffalo. If they come away with a victory over Buffalo, and I'm not talking about blowout, but if it does become like a 20 or 30-point blowout over Buffalo, are we saying Miami's for real?
They win by 20, 30, yes. I don't think, you put up 70. Like I said, you put up 70, but you put up 350 rushing yards. I don't know what Denver was doing. 350 rushing yards. Your offense is not that dominant. It's not. You, like I said, you was just clicking and the energy was flowing and everything was, and you just have one of them days. I really don't.
And that's what a lot of people are looking at on Facebook and people making comments. Is Miami that good, or is Denver really that bad?
I'm not gonna say Denver's nobody in the NFL is that bad. But you may have a day where it's like you averaging 10 yards a play. Come on. No, nobody's that bad.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Unless you're playing Madden.
Exactly. But you got to think, when everything is clicking, and then the momentum is flowing, you're starting to do things and just take chances. Like Miami, you're taking chances on defense. Hey, I'm wrapping up, but hey, D lineman is even doing more punching on the ball because they turned it over. hey, we gonna pin our ears back on 1st and 10 because hey, we up 20. What I got to lose? And they happen to throw when everything was just clicking. 700 yards in a game from one team. From one team.
Just
like
70
for that
points,
to
the
happen,
third most in the NFL history.
For that to happen, everything's clicking. You could do no wrong. Every play call is the right play call on offense. Every defensive scheme you draw up is the right one. Like you were in the zone and you had their number that day. If they played again this week, you think they're gonna put up 70 again?
Oh hell no! They better not. They better not give up 70 to Chicago. That's going to be a problem.
That's what I'm saying. But I think Miami is still in the same location. I think they beat Buffalo. They jumped Buffalo. I give them that. But I think everybody had them in a coin flip on who can win that division between them two. But I still think they're not better than Kansas City yet.
Okay. Because that's really what it's going to come down to. I think it's going to be right now, obviously the way too early predictions. If Miami and Kansas City face off, you got Tyreek Hill. It's kind of like a revenge game. Like, okay, you won a Super Bowl without me, but I'm going to show you we're going to take care of this now.
God. Did he throw another one?
He did. He threw another interception. He fumbled it, but they
got
it back.
Fumbled. Okay.
It's okay. Jacksonville has it. They got Desmond Ridder, 2 interceptions and 2 passes back to back. What the hell, Ridder? Jacksonville is already now they're looking like the Jaguars, and the Falcons are looking like the Falcons. So Ridder not having a good game. Now you watching the Avatar game, or you watching the ESPN?
No, I could. I'm watching the ESPN when I couldn't get it up.
But it's like, look at that. What are you throwing to, man? Yeah, no. You know what? That was a good route. That was a really good route. But good job by the safety, number 5.
He was reading. His eyes was on him all day.
Yep. Number 5, Cisco. We're not talking about like a computer system. So good job, Jacksonville, picking it off. They're in the red zone at the 16 right now. And Trevor Lawrence, let's see what they do here. They're just going to go ahead and give it to ETN, a couple of yards. So Jacksonville is in scoring position again. It's 4 minutes and 12 seconds and counting right now before halftime. Jacksonville could easily go up 24 points right now and just have a dominant game so far. I don't think they're going to score 70, but, maybe 40 or 50. Yep. So that's 3 career interceptions for Desmond Ridder, 2 today. 2 in the last 2 minutes.
Right.
So
was that the last 2 possessions?
It was the last 2 throws. It was the last 2 throws, actually.
Right.
Because he turned it over for a pick 6, and then he just came back and threw another one. Christian Kirk inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. I think that's going to bring up 1st and goal, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's 3rd and 1. 3rd and short. So Atlanta, if they want to come out with this with any type of positive momentum, they got to stuff them right now. And you probably think ETN's going to get the ball. If you need 1 yard and you give it to number 1, that should give you a yard, right? 1 + 1 = 2.
Supposed to.
They're in the I form, tight, and here's ETN. I don't think he got it. He did not get it. He didn't get it. Atlanta holds. Now, what do you do if you're in your coaching position there? I'm
going for it. This is what the crowd want to see.
Yeah,
they came. I'm going for it.
Lawrence is still in there. They're not taking out the special teams.
Especially if I seen that play that just happened and I seen that D tackle happen to get lucky and get in there. We're going to spread them out and run it again. I would.
All right. Let's see. Well, we got Ridley out there. We got looks like they're in a tight formation. They got some trips to the right. No, play action. He's going to throw it. He's under pressure. He's done.
Oh, God.
He's done. Look at that. Atlanta makes up for the turnover. Atlanta getting some defense done. You can't underestimate this Atlanta defense. Atlanta getting it done. Grady Jarrett, how old is he? Like 50? Yeah, you're right, man. They should have just ran it. They should have just ran it. Why, And on top of that, if you're Trevor Lawrence, I saw the whole right side of the field open. Why couldn't you just scramble right side? You had to go into where I don't know. That was a bad play call. Bad play call. Anyway, so it's still 17-0 Jacksonville. We're closing in on the 2-minute warning. Atlanta takes over at their own 7. They're going to hand the ball off. Actually, they're not going to do anything. That's going to be a false start. That's coming back half the distance. So, getting into it. Over in the London game. It's on ESPN Plus if you want the live action version. If you have kids and you kind of want to go ahead and show some cartoons, but also have some fun with football, go to Disney Plus. They have the Avatar version of that game, and I'm just going to bring it up one more time just to show you. We did it at the start of the show, and I kind of want to show everybody how. I mean, this is really cool, especially if you have kids. You definitely want to go ahead and watch this. This is really cool. So here it is right now. I think, am I live? I think I'm live. Here we go. So Slinky Dog actually is the crowd watching. Marker. Yeah. But right there, it's in Andy's room. Now, again, keep in mind, this is 2:18 now. They just had to change. You got to remember, this is like a 30-second delay because anything that they run live, they're going to mimic right here on there. It's Bunny saying false start. This is really cool. Again, if you got kids, I mean, hell, this is actually entertaining even for me, and I'm 45.
And you're teaching.
And you're teaching. Look at that. See, so there's the run game. Now, this is the last play before the 2-minute warning. That's how behind it is. Right now, we're in commercial, like second or third commercial, and they just ran that last play, and they're going to the 2-minute warning. So, like I said, this is pretty cool. Now, they're going to go ahead and do something not like avatars, but they're going to actually do something really crazy for the Super Bowl with Nickelodeon. So Nickelodeon, they're going to do all bunch of slime and graphics and stuff like that. Nothing to this caliber, which is kind of cool. I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep watching this. They got the replays. This is cool. This is really cool. I'm actually gonna keep watching this. This is actually awesome. All right. You know what? We had a lot of fun on this show today. Just different off the wall topics. We're not keeping everything too serious. Number one, because I'm over here at my cousin's house and I didn't really have time to do a whole lot of, but there's one topic I want to get to. And this obviously has nothing to do with stats, nothing to do with games, nothing to do with anything. It does have to do with Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce and the tail that he's getting now. Ever since that game with, who is that? That's Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. We've seen more Kelce on TV than we have Mahomes. And Mahomes is even annoying as hell. But we actually see more Kelce on TV. What in the world is going on? Kelce was already an all-star, one of the best tight ends ever. And now you add Taylor Swift giving you some tail, and now all of a sudden you're the hottest thing in the NFL. What happened? Why isn't Mahomes the hottest thing anymore?
Taylor Swift got an army. She got an army of fans.
I'm saying,
if you part of that entourage or information, you're gonna be a hot commodity, and you was already one.
You're already a hot commodity. Now you
got people. You got people waiting for them to break up so she can come with another album.
Yeah, right. Everybody's wondering, Oh my God! Almost another interception. And Darius Williams almost had his number 2. So, all right. But yeah, it's like, honestly, what happens if Taylor Swift and you break up? You lose all those fans. Your promotions are down the toilet now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying.
You'll still be, like I said, you'll still be on her next album.
Yeah, right.
Still, everybody will know who she's talking about.
There'll be a song written about you. Here's that play where there was almost an interception. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't it. They went out of bounds. It's the next play. Telling you. You see, they even got the tail on the football when it goes in the air. And he needs to clean up his room. It's a mess.
It's a football stadium. Name me a clean football stadium.
Yeah, right? Oh, that's true. Yeah. But there's Falcon fans in there. All right, here we go. This is the almost interception. Oh, it wasn't.
I think it was third down.
Might be in third down. But I thought it had like a minute and 30 to go. We're already a minute 7.
I guess not. Maybe you missed it.
I guess not. Maybe I missed it. Yeah. Or maybe they're skipping it around. It's not a pick.
No,
that's actually. Oh, they're re-showing that pick.
Yeah.
So. No, we're not going to get away from this. Shut up. Get out of here. Go Patriots, by the way. Shut up. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and close out the show. We're about ready to go to that anyway. And I'm going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of the game here. We're again 58 seconds left to go in the first half. Jaguars got the ball back. They're just dinking and dunking. There's nothing really, no real hurry. They're going to go in leading 17-0. All right, so let's go ahead and get our picks in. And as we take a look at our picks, so far, right now, I think Coach Vic actually has a better winning percentage, but he missed a few games that last the week before last. But let's go ahead and go down the list here. Starting at 1:00 Eastern time, we have the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills. This is in Buffalo. Miami coming off that 70-point bitch slap against Denver. They're facing a much more manageable or a much more formidable team with Buffalo. Who comes out? Is the Dolphins stay undefeated, or does Buffalo take down the Titans? Or the Titans of the AFC East?
It's in Miami this week?
It is in Buffalo.
All right, I'm going to take Buffalo this week.
Buffalo. Okay. I'm actually going to stick with Miami. I think Miami continues that tear. We go next to the Toilet Bowl in Chicago. We're both 0-3 teams. It is Denver and Chicago. We're going to go ahead. I'm taking Denver.
I'm taking Denver.
Okay. Going to Cleveland. Cleveland is hosting Baltimore. Cleveland has got a top-ranked defense. Baltimore has kind of been sketchy, but I'm going to go with Cleveland. Deshaun Watson is expected to play, even though it is listed as a game-time decision. Cleveland, I'm going to take.
I don't trust them. I'm going to take Baltimore.
Baltimore, okay. We're going to go to Houston, where the Texans are starting to make some noise there in Houston, but Pittsburgh is 2-1. They're, a more complete team. They're coming into Houston. So they're playing in Houston, but I'm still going to take the Steelers.
I think Houston goes on a 2-game win streak this week.
All right, some noise in Houston, and coach thinks they're gonna double it up. Toilet Bowl number 2, This is in Carolina. The Vikings and Panthers. Minnesota 0-3. I didn't see that coming. I don't think they're going 0-4. I think Minnesota takes this, even though it is in Carolina.
No, Minnesota gets on the right path finally.
Okay. We're going to Indianapolis. The 2-1 Indianapolis Colts. I don't think they have Anthony Richardson back. I think he's still in concussion protocol. So Gardner Minshew will quarterback. Still no big time running back, but they're going against the Rams. Puka Nakuda is going to have a big game, and I think the Rams come out.
Ride with Puka. Pick Puka.
Pick the Puka.
Pick the Puka.
All right. Going to Philly, the Eagles. I already know your pick on this one. They're going against the Washington Commanders. I'm telling you, Washington did not look good playing the Bills. 4 interceptions for Sam Howell. I think it's just going to be just as bad. Philadelphia takes it. Another 1:00 game. We're going into Tennessee. Both teams are 1-2, but one looks better than the other. The Cincinnati Bengals 1-2 in Tennessee against the Titans 1-2. I like Cincinnati coming out of this one.
I take Tennessee. I just don't think they got it. I think they finally say let's take a week without Joe.
All right, fair enough. All right, we're going to New Orleans. Battle of 2-1s. It is an NFC South division matchup. Tampa Bay versus New Orleans. I think the wheels are starting to come off. The foundation is starting to crack with Baker Mayfield. But at the same time, Derek Carr is coming off injury. Is he going to be okay? I think he will be. I like the Saints at home against Tampa.
I'm riding with the Saints finally.
All right, Saints. The 4:00 games. Let's go ahead and start off. I'll save the best for last on the 4:00. Raiders in LA against the Chargers. The Raiders are dysfunctional. I think that's the way they're built. Josh McDaniels has no trust whatsoever in any of his players. I could be over-exaggerating, though, but you know what I'm saying. I like the Chargers going to 2-2.
I think we're going to pick the same ones on all these. Chargers.
All right. Cardinals and 49ers. Brock Purdy. End of story. 4-0 49ers.
49ers.
All right. Last of the 4:00 games. It is the Patriots going into Dallas to take on the Cowgirls. I think, honestly, you get bitch slapped by Arizona. You deserve to get bitch slapped and pounded by our defense. Christian Gonzalez is the man. He is going to shut down whatever wide receiver one you got. We're going to blitz the hell out of Prescott. You got no running game. Patriots take this one.
Patriots take it.
There we go.
Helps the Eagles.
I know you're just rooting against the Cowboys because of that. I get it. And look, I don't care. I appreciate it. Sunday Night Football. It is the Aaron Rodgers-less Jets going up against the Taylor Swift Chiefs. Taylor Swift pulls out the big one, and I think the Chiefs go 3-1 easily.
Chiefs,
definitely. No, not dirty. Not dirty. I didn't say any swear words. I didn't do anything. What you gonna do when they come for you? Look, ooh. Hey, you want to make a bet on it? Yeah. Straight up. Let's do it.
Don't bet on the Cowboys.
We're down $25. I listen. I'm prepared to lose 25. That's fine. All right.
You ready to win $25?
Hey, listen. It makes it a little bit more interesting now.
If somebody want to donate to you, let them donate to you.
Monday Night Football. There's the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks 2-1, Giants 1-2. This one's kind of different because, like, the Giants, we don't know what version the Giants are going to show up. Seattle, I think they got more of a. I'm just going to go with the sure thing. I'm going to go with Seattle.
That's who I was going with. I knew he was going to pick the same one this week.
Okay.
4
and
o'clock.
then next week, Thursday night game, it is the Chicago Boofers against the Washington Commanders. I think Chicago will go to 0-5 as Sam Howell will finally get a bounce back game. I hope.
I think the Bears get their first win against Washington.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could kind of see that happen, but I think Bieniemy is just going to be all over them this week. It's like, last week, like, how dare you throw 4 picks? Come on, man. You're better than this. So at least we think you're better than this. So. All right, but that is it, everything. Any last words there, Coach?
Super Bowl champs. Fly, Eagles, fly. Make sure you enjoy your week.
Yep. Enjoy the games, everybody. Enjoy the rest of this one. Second half is coming up here in just a few minutes here on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. It is the Jaguars with a 17-0 game right now. We'll take care, everybody. We'll see you next week here on the Sunday on the Touchdown Crew.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.